Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Welcome back, guys. You join me here, Snow96. We are back for round 2 at Jeddah. So we're here for the race. As you might have seen, our qualifying performance wasn't the best. We did manage to beat Lance Stroll, but that's not a fantastic achievement. As you can see, our car setup's still the same, fuel running the same. So these are our strategies. We're going to start T1 on the mediums and switch to hards for the end of the race, and we're going to do the opposite with Alex, just to keep it something a little bit different. We don't get any problems around pit stops, and if we can, we might be able to take advantage of a safety car or anything crazy like that. So that's it, guys. We're just going to jump straight in here and get straight to the starting grid.
It's a cloudy night tonight, but otherwise the weather looks good for the race. Here we have Alexander Albon. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And looking at the second Williams car, with their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. Will their hard work pay off today? We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
So it's lights out, guys.
Lights
Here we go.
And away we go.
So we're at the very back, and Theo did not make the best start in the world, but we're going to get jumped by Lance as well. This is important with we did get jumped by Lance.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So we're going to, we want to switch him to the team, switch him to neutral.
Make sure you give something energy. Yep, copy.
Because we now have a big dilemma here, that if we get thrown off the back of the grid, we might not get back. We're just going to go, don't fight teammates. So we're going to use Alex's DR or ERS to tow us back up to the queue. And to be fair, we want to get Alex past here as quick as possible, because I think Lance is starting on the soft, so that's going to slow us down if we get stuck behind him. And we don't need that. So we're going to flick to overtake.
Overtake is available if needed.
Yes.
Theo's just doing a good job sitting in the back, defending rear gunner, although he probably has a better chance on the medium tires. We probably should do that, but oh man, we are getting nowhere near him here. We need to do something here. Come on, Alex. I'm gonna push Max. Push Max.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Okay.
We're going to go to ×2 here, guys. Can we do something? We will get DRS soon enough as well, but I'd like to be on the back of Mick Schumacher when we get that DRS, not stuck on the back of the Aston Martin.
Use DRS.
Oh man, we're going to be out of DRS now soon enough. Yep, so we're going to have to go to neutral. And there is already a 2-second gap from Vettel to Ricciardo, which isn't good. Poor old Mick has been dragged into this battle with us. And unfortunately Stroll now has DRS as well, which means this is going to be a nice little DRS train for us. which is not good. We're going to give Alex this lap to see can he do something. I don't think he can. Oh, yes he can. So now we need to get Tio on max attack.
And a new position
Tio the overtake.
just gained by Williams.
Because we don't want to wait around here. Good man, Tio sending it. Oh, just unlucky. That cost him a bit there, but hopefully the overtake will get him back within DRS. We're just going to stick back to neutral again for a while and run to balance because he's burning some serious fuel to catch the back of the pack. He's done it. Oh, Alex is going for an... Oh, he didn't manage to do it, and that's going to leave him wide open to an attack. Thankfully Lance Stroll didn't do anything about that. So we're into lap 6. It's pretty much as you were. We do need to do a little bit of conserving on the old ERS for Alex, but don't know if we're going to get a chance. We're definitely within DRS. I'm not sure why it's showing that we're not. Sometimes it bugs out, so you can see the actual times. So I think we're going to give Tio the overtake command down this straight and see can we jump Lance Stroll. Down the outside. Brilliant move. Can he keep it? Yes, he can. So we're going to flick him back to neutral. And again, hopefully he can just be dragged along here with Alex. And hopefully we can probably now ditch Lance Stroll. We still have him on don't attack the teammate, so oh, that's twice he's done. So we're just going to take that command off for a second, because if we can get Tio past, I think Tio might have the better chance on the medium tires. I think. Just wish Lance wasn't so close, because I think Lance will jump Alex when this happens. Going to be a rinse and repeat. Nope. Gee, there goes Alex.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So I wish now I could use my deploy and try and break the 1 second gap, but I don't think we will be able to. But we might get a run here. So we're going to go use overtake just a little bit. Here comes Sebastian Vettel. So if that happens, we're going to go straight to harvest. And we're going to drop the pace down to balanced.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
I'm going to go neutral. Can't afford to lose his DRS. I think we have it though. There we go, we have it. So we should now close up to the back of Vettel. We're going to go back to harvest here again. And just for this first sector, we're just going to harvest a little bit of VRS. We're going to deploy again. Theo with the DRS from the Haas is managing to fend off. Although Theo is pretty close here, I think we could probably push Theo. See, can we get him past the Haas? So let's Mick Schumacher into the pits. We're going to go Theo, don't fight teammate. And we're going to change his pace back to balance because Stroll is also in the pit, so they must have been both running the soft tyre compound. So what we're hoping we can do here now is drag both cars. So we're going to go overtake.
Overtake is available if needed.
Yep, copy. And we are hoping we're going to be able to do an overtake here as well.
You have the overtake.
So what DRS?
Oh
Yes.
man. That was poorly managed. That missed probably a good opportunity there for us. I'm hoping we can jump Vettel here and get Theo in front, and Theo can maybe just manage his pace then, just to allow Alex to build a bit of a gap. All we want to do is beat the Aston Martin. Jesus, he needs to be on neutral. Nearly missed that. So I think Alex should get this done with DRS here, because that Aston Martin doesn't have DRS.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So we're going to get him to push on. And we're now going to get him to push on. And we're also going to want to use the overtake here on Seb if we can. Seb got such a drive off that line.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So we're going to have to try and build back up our ERS on both cars now actually. We're going to go deploy here. We're going to have to have both of them open and be running them 2 at a time. Oh, that's costly. Yeah, Tio said not to fight his teammate. Just had to double check that. Last thing I need is them fighting each other and losing time to Vettel here. How are we doing to Mick? Are we gaining? Are we pulling away? We're actually gapping Mick, which is fantastic. Norris is actually catching us, so that's probably not the best. We do need to conserve Alex's ERS a bit because he is running out on the start-finish straight, I think, which is a huge problem for an overtake on Vettel.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Somewhere here we want to go back to neutral, and we're going to push Tio again. Hopefully we can get Seb, but I don't think we will. Maybe we will. Oh my god, we did. So we're actually going to push both of them here.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Yes.
Yep. So I think I'm going to have to sacrifice Tio here a little bit. Just going to see, can he hold the cars up behind? And just see, can we give Alex a little bit of a breathing space? Because we're coming into his pit window, so if we can just, like, Norris is not in the equation, he probably will get us. But if I can just let Alex pull away ever so much. Oh, Seb is in pit, so no, we don't want Tio to hold back the cars anymore. We don't want Tio to push and push hard, because his pit will be in a couple of laps. These hard tires are doing okay, and the softs are doing okay, or the mediums even. So we're looking okay at the moment. As I say, Norris is probably going to just leave us for dead. And we actually managed to drag Norris right up to the back of Albon again, so that's fantastic. We're going to go harvest on both of them here for the first section. We just need to get a bit of VRS back. We'll go deploy. I think we might have gained enough. Hopefully we don't run out anymore.
McLaren gain a position.
As I say, that McLaren isn't really a problem for us. I think he's just that bit quicker than us anyway, and even Ricciardo's behind us. Not much point fighting those ones. It is Sebastian Vettel. What are they doing? Pit option. Okay, pit options. We're going to go straight to the hards. It's a one-stop race for us. So at the end of this one, go on, son, send it up on Norris, slow him down a bit. Oh, just cost yourself time. Oh, Stroll, Mick Schumacher is fighting with the boys. They are, what, 14 odd seconds off us, so I don't know, is it good or bad, but we'll see. Can Tio do anything? We're on max push. We need to slow Alex down. But hopefully Alex can stick actually with the McLarens, because he'll get dragged along nicely there by Norris.
And McLaren with a great
We'll go
overtake.
Harvest. Hopefully he just stick there. Danny Rick will be tight on him. There goes Danny Rick. So now we just need to stick with the McLarens. Tio is in the pits and has come out on the back of this group. So the overrun isn't really going to work out that well. Going to go pushed and just see, can he catch up to the back of the Aston Martins. I think Lance Stroll is doing a 3-stop, so we should be okay. And probably Mick Schumacher's doing a 3-stop, so it's actually Seb Vettel we probably will be fighting with. So is Alex still with these McLarens? He is. We're going to go Harvest again. So this is actually going to work out fantastically well, I think. Oh no, he just got lost there in the McLaren. Yep, I think the McLarens could be gone. See, can we get him to push on for the last couple of laps? He's entering his pit window. Ooh, not for a while, but his tyres are burning up. And can Tio catch this? He looks to be doing it, but we'll just go pushed. If we can get him onto the back of the train, we will look to reharvest TZRS as well. Bear in mind, Tio is going to the end of the race on these tyres, so he's got to be pretty good on them. But I think we are going to get within that second of, I think it's Stroll. Yep, he's managed to do that, so that should pull him up to the train. And he's on the back of him, so we can go back to balanced here. Conserve a little bit of fuel. Ooh, that was unlucky. We nearly had Stroll there. So we get around the next lap, we probably will look to do a little bit of harvesting. Alex is getting dropped by the McLarens at a very fast rate. And we are gapping Mick a little bit, but not a whole pile. We're going to go harvest here. DRS should carry him along. Oh, pit window is the option here in the next lap. We're going to go to normal. So there's a lot going on here, guys. It's as we're watching here, we're as times 2 speed, and we are currently running P16, P20. But I do think we have the pace to jump. Definitely jump. We might with Tio get lucky and be able to jump everybody. We'll see. We'll see. He's going to be coming pretty quick here. He's going to dive on the inside. He's not. So Alex is into his pit window. He's pushing like mad. The gap is coming down pretty quickly. So he thinks Alex might actually lose out in this fight as well. and he could be coming out behind Theo. So this is our time. I think we need to jump good old Lance boy here, because he's just slowing us down. So there's a lot to be watching here, guys. Yeah, the gap is, yeah, it's maintaining around the same, so we're not really pulling away from Vettel. He's not really gaining on us. We're giving it everything, and actually we might have given it too much, because our tires here are going to be burnt up. Oh, it's going to be so tight on the pit line. We might have to go to standard just for a lap. And I'd say I could see the gap dropped under 14. Yep, there it is. So I'd say we're going to lose out in this pit window. But Alex should be out in the mediums. But see, we don't have the pace then to break that 1 second gap. So, yeah, not sure really what the best course of action here is now. We can't really do a whole pile much more. We have to do one more lap on these tires, and they're going to be pretty base. And that makes me think that Theo should be just about finishing on the line. But I think with Theo, could we conserve tires? We can try it. Just need to keep an eye on this gap. Open pit options. We're going to go for mediums. Pit this lap. So we're just going to keep an eye on this gap. Make sure it doesn't grow too much too fast. I'm going to go aggressive and drop this to balanced. What I'm hoping here is Theo can save a little bit of tire life, and that we can actually run extremely hard towards the end of the race. And it doesn't seem to be costing him much lap time at the moment, so how's everybody's tire life? Yeah, these boys could all be running to the end of the race. Yep, Alex is going to come out dead last. I think Stroll's after getting the jump on everybody there through that little sequence. So Alex is 3 laps down, 3 seconds behind the boys on fresher tires. What can he do? What can he do? Theo is managing to save a nice bit of fuel here as well, even though he's on push. We can take that command off actually, because when Alex cruises up to the back of him, he'll only get out of the way, and I don't know that we want that just yet. That's if even Alex can cruise up to the back of the grid. He probably will. He's catching down to 2.4 seconds. And there they all are. And just keep an eye on Theo's tire life, because we need to preserve that as best we can. So we're just over halfway in the race, guys. What can we do? What can we do? Here comes Theo for a nosedive on Mick Schumacher. He's going to lose that fight here on this corner, is he? No. He manages to get that done, which is fantastic. Well done, Theo.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
And all the time, Albon is slowly catching up. 2 seconds now off the back of this pack. What's he running tyre life like? He's running pretty much on a par, which should be pretty good for the end of the race. The Aston Martin squabbling away each other. This could give us the opportunity. Oh, Tio's on a rampage here. He might even get... Who's that, Vettel? He
And
is.
a new position,
Oh, he's going to lose that one.
just gained by Williams.
I think we might have found Tio's secret mix. He is on a rampage here. Is Alex getting any closer? There's the back of the pack. Alex is slowly catching up. Oh, Tio is on it. Can he gap him? It'd be an impressive feat if he could, but I don't think we have the DRS to do it. Plus there's 3 zones here again. Oh, Tio. Oh, that was a shame. Tio was having such a good race. So that's probably consigned Tio to last in the grid. So we're riding here now with Alex. Ah, that's such a shame. He's doing so well. We just need to improve stats, I think, are his big thing. Possibly performance of the car. But look, it's his first season in F1, so mistakes are going to happen. Saying that, guarantee now Alex will probably do the exact same thing. This could be a great chance for us actually here now. Fast moving Ferrari. Fast moving, I'd say Verstappen, is it? Yeah, Leclerc and Verstappen are past us. So we've managed to save another little bit of ERS there around the track. Never thought that actually Vettel there could be on DRS as well, but I don't think he does. Is his rear wing opening? Nope. We can actually put Tio here to this. Leave him on that. So we got to make a move here with Alex pretty soon. I want to break that 1 second toe if I can. We just got to pick our right moment. Will this be it? Nope, so we're going to go harvest again this lap. Oh, he's gone.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
So we're going to go to neutral here with Albon.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Result, we're going to go to balanced. So as it stands, guys, we're P16, P17. We're running to the end of the race, which is 10 laps away. Tyre life should be okay here. We have a 3.8 second lead. I don't know, do we need to push much harder? Sorry, I'm lost here in my own thoughts. What I'm thinking is if I push maximum, use up the fuel, I run the risk of locking tyres, having a spin, and we just don't want to cost ourselves. Although there's no points on offer here today, but maybe we should play it safe, take what we have. A P16, 17 again will jump us ahead of Aston Martin and keep us there. We're nowhere near the back of the midfield, which I consider Norris there in 15th. So all we can do is really this, and it's probably going to be this for most of the season, unfortunately, unless we get some pretty good car updates. But we're really going to be focusing our design on pushing everything towards next year's car. So we're going to do plenty of research, plenty of upgrades to the design factory, the suspension, the wind tunnel, the CFD, all that good stuff. Going to be pushing that. So as it stands at the moment, we're gapped Vettel 4.2, and Pacheco's actually catching Alex Albon. He's got that down by at least a second. So I don't know, do we need to do much more? I don't think we have to. Any good fights going on around the grid? Joe Russell, that looks like it being a good one. And I think Joe's going to get him here. Joe gets him. Tsunoda Magnussen is also a good one. Ooh, look at this battle for the lead. Will we see the same antics we saw in real life? I doubt it, where they're both locking up into the DRS zones. That makes it for some fascinating racing, to be fair. But I don't think we're going to see it here. I think Verstappen is just going to get the run here. DRS will open. Here he goes. Poor old Chuck can't do much. So that'll be an interesting fight for the end of the race. Albon is 18 seconds now behind Norris. Pacheco is 4.1 behind Albon, and Vettel is 4.6 behind Tio. So tires apparently are getting warm, which they are. We compare to our men here. Yeah, they're probably much the same. So we don't need to worry too much maybe at the moment. We'll just keep an eye on his wear, which he's still okay for. Wear here, still okay for. So we're riding on board with Seb Vettel. He made that unfortunate mistake. Well, it's unfortunate for him. It's fantastic for us, as we benefited from it. And I think tyre life, I think everybody now is set for the end of the race. Pacheco's on 48, the leaders are also 48, so we should see that one out. 61 here, Gasly 61, 63 for Sainz. So that's okay. And once Stroll manages to catch Vettel, which he probably will at some stage, there you'll have that whole trying to fight. And I think we'll be okay. Our lap times are 51.4 or 35.4 and a 35.7. Vettel is doing a 35.9. And the boys on the mediums here at the back must be fighting each other because they're doing 36.2s. Doesn't seem to make much sense to me, but the only other people doing a 35 is Norris, and he's just dropped into the 34s. What will we do? We do a 35.3. Tio's come across the line. We'll do a 35. Not sure what. 7 again. And Vettel is still in the 135.9. So we're actually pulling away nicely. 5 laps to go. It's looking pretty much in control. So we're happy with that. Interval still the same. So we've 5 laps to go. Not a whole pile happening. Leclerc, is he managing to get Verstappen down the straight? He will. tires are these boys on? Both on the hard. So we've officially been lapped. So we'll jump to this view. Our strategies are okay. You can see live lap times, lap history for each driver as well. Tire history for everybody, what they've done. So the two boys started mediums. Anybody else 3-stop? Lando Norris 3-stopped, so that's probably where he's after losing a bit of time there. But if he didn't 3-stop, he probably would have been ahead of us. No major events, no safety cars yet. Trading fastest laps there. Sponsors, that's our thing. We didn't manage that. Finishing position 15th. We actually might manage this one. And we didn't reach Q3. Don't ask me why we were meant to reach Q3. We're actually not going to finish P15. Slightly disappointing. So we've 3 laps to go. We'll jump back onto Alex and we'll go outboard for a while. Graphics in this game are quite good, guys. I'm enjoying playing it so far. If any of you are doing a playthrough with a team, let me know what you're doing and how you're getting on. If you found any tips or tricks, pass them on. Sharing is caring and all that good stuff. Our developments won't kick in for another 20 odd days, so I think we have another race before we'll get to our, I think it's rear wing first. We probably have another 2 races before we get to our big upgrade, which will be the underfloor. That's the one we're really looking forward to. And yep, all that good stuff that comes with that. Hopefully an increase in pace. We'll just have to see. But as I say, we're going to definitely concentrate on next year's car. I don't think there's too much point in pushing hard this year's car. We'll just have to see what comes. I know there's a couple of voting issues for regulations on next year. So once we get them, we can then start focusing our research on those areas, so we don't maybe lose as much performance. Well, we can't afford to lose any, that's for sure. Compared to the other teams, we are pretty poor. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So 16 and 17, while it might not be the most exciting, is pretty okay. We need to be on interval actually. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Tio's on 36 tire life. He should make the end of the race. There's 2 laps to go. We're doing okay for fuel. ERS levels are all okay. Powertrain issues. That's so Verstappen's on the last lap, so everything seems okay. Actually, what we could do for the last lap is try and conserve. I think this one is the one that
Leaf core increase, please.
we'll drop tires to standard, drop to
You can
lift
afford to drop back.
drop tires to standard. I don't think it's going to matter too much on the last lap.
Okay, back off.
We'll just keep an eye on the gap, but this will just preserve wear on engines and parts and all that good stuff. No need to run them flat out to the end of the race. I think this is the position we are finishing. So we'll even go light. Can we go light here? We probably can. So it might only be minor, but we will save a little bit. And there is a Mercedes coming to
Max
lap us,
Verstappen
which
over the
must be
finish
Hamilton.
line,
Yep.
and today's winner.
So Verstappen has won. I was unlucky from Leclerc, just didn't quite manage to do it. And we are going to come across the line. A fantastic result. P16-17 for the team, guys. That is amazing stuff. TOs across the line, so that is Vettel. Oh, Mick got Vettel. I must have had another issue, because Mick managed to get Vettel, so the Aston Martins finished 19th and 20th, and we are happy about that, guys. Happy about that. So we're just waiting for the last few cars to finish up over the line. Actually, that's everybody finished. I hit the wrong button there, but that happens. So we just go ×2 and we should see the end of the race.
What a pleasure it was to watch Alex Albon on the track, and an amazing result to match. Williams have got to be happy with their results here. This was good work.
Absolutely. Whatever they're doing over at the team garage, I should think they're going to keep on doing it.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
So there we have it, guys. We're sitting 9th in the constructors. Classy, classy. Still no points on the board, but the fact we qualified more or less stone last, or more or less anyway. Fantastic result in racing conditions to beat the 2 Aston Martins, and we also beat a Haas. Kevin Magnussen will unfortunately keep Haas above us in the drivers. Yep, we're not doing that badly. Constructors, Haas are above us, but purely on Kevin Magnussen's performances so far anyway, I think. So if we manage to squeeze a point somewhere, we could even get McLaren. Oh my god. So with that being said, guys, as I say, we're on to Australia for round 3, so be sure to check that out and see what further developments we can make. Very little actually, but we'll see how we get on. So until next time, guys, I've been Snowman86, and this has been Formula 1 Manager 2022. We'll see you all again. Take care.